everybody, welcome back. 2024 Oshkosh World Cup, final match of the round of 32 coming your way. Peru versus Spain on deck. I'm Dolan and I'll be joined by Hypno for this final match of the weekend.
Hello.
All right, we've got 10th seeded Peru, 23rd seeded Spain. Peru seeded a lot higher than I think most people anticipated. They've been on the rise the past few years, but have really put in some solid work in this qualifier, and it's really set them up nice in the bracket here.
Yeah, for sure. It's I saw a lot of people were surprised by the Peru squad, but there were some believers, and those believers did right in expecting the higher seed, and they really proved themselves in the qualifiers a little bit, I think, and are gonna want to carry on that in this match, I think.
Indeed, Spain's going to be winning the roll. They will be going with the first pick.
Yeah, seeing Peru ban Nomad 1 is not a surprise against a lower seeded team. Getting rid of the consistency
yeah. I was like, I believe the operator got a little bit debated there. They're throwing out their bans quite quickly here, but Peru's going to be taking away Nomad 1, and Spain is going to be taking away Double Time 2.
Yes.
It is going to be Mixed Mod 1 to open up the match here from Spain.
Yes, indeed. A map we've seen quite a lot in these previous matches. People really believing in their versatility, which you definitely need in your team for a mixed mod pick.
All right, we'll see how the mods line up here. It's always fun to see how the lobby stacks up on a mixed mod. You never know where the mods are going to be on the screen.
Yeah, but it seems like they're actually getting assigned their... Actually, never mind, it's just the regular slots. Ignore what I'm saying. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a coin flip. It's always fun to see where they end up. You never know what to expect with this.
Ilux and Boltico in the lobby for Peru. I mean, the thing about Ilux is literally he could be playing the Hard Rock or the Hidden here. I could see either or coming out of Ilux. Probably going to be Hidden.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Boltico is probably the no mod. The little I know of Boltico. And the Skyres and G-Zone for Spain.
Imagine we'd be getting Lunatic Kid in here from Peru.
Yeah, likely to see Lunatic Kid for sure.
Yep, there he is. Lunatic Kid checking in will likely be the other mod. As you said, I do think Boltico is going to be that no mod for Peru. It looks like Spain are trying to get Alepe in the lobby at the moment, having some technical issues with him.
Yeah, right now it's only Music Drops, who yeah, there we go, Alepe is now gone in. Music Drops, I feel like could be Hidden or no mod. Don't know much about their Hard Rock skill, so... But Alepe is likely to be the Hard Rock, I think.
Yeah, likely to be the Hard Rock, I would suspect. Iman's coming in, will likely round out the roster here for mods.
Yes, indeed. And the MP star has come out. We're about to get into this.
Yep, so it's actually going to be Alepe against Ilux on the Hidden, Lunatic Kid versus Imans on the Hard Rock. Music Drops and Boltico are going to be the no mods parked right in the center of your screen.
Yes, indeed. At least the no mods are next to each other, so they're easy to keep track of. But the rest are going to have to look around a little bit.
Yep, we'll do our best. Again, a new configuration.
That is what makes the mixed mod fun, though, as we get right into this.
3 minutes long, so it's a good consistency test. We'll see how well these players are prepared for it.
Absolutely. We've seen some interesting matchups on this map previously. I don't doubt that this will be interesting as well.
This has been quite a popular pick on the weekend. First miss is going to be coming out of Ilux. So the advantage to Spain here.
Yeah, early advantage. They're going to have to hope to carry on with that as we get into a bit of a slower section here. And Music Drop's going to find a miss there, actually.
Yeah, that will trade back that miss. That should even things out.
Yes, indeed. And we see Ilux about to get back to the 200 combo.
And actually might flip over to Peru here because Ilux misses before 200 combo, but he finds a miss. Traded by Alepe, though. So that advantage is going to park right in the center of the screen. They're less than 1,000 points apart. They are pretty much tied.
This is incredibly close. Music Drop's going to find a miss there, though, giving the advantage to Peru.
A one miss game still.
But it's still very close. 25,000 is not a significant lead.
Oh yeah, that's definitely only a one miss advantage here. That can be overturned at any moment. And there is another miss from Ilux, who is now continuously finding misses after reaching 200 plus combo. And that is going to allow Spain to hang around and potentially steal this lead here. Lunatic Kid as well going down.
And that's going to swing it over to Spain, as all of the Spanish players are holding on to their combo.
Approaching the final quarter of the map, and Spain is going to have a shot at this.
You're approaching the last quarter. And see Boltico and Eamon still holding on to their full combos. Oh, yeah. Music Drop's finding a miss there.
Yeah, just hesitated on that dash key and kind of froze up for a second. That led to a couple misses there. Is it going to be enough to flip the score? 5,000 points?
It's going to be very close.
Oh, this is going to come right down to the wire.
Yeah, it's going to be
my goodness.
Right down to it.
Peru flip it? Are they going to do it? Spain trying to hold on. Any miss will do it right here, right now. Oh my goodness, Spain!
It keeps flickering.
I think Spain have held on.
Eamon's
Lunatic Kid trades! Lunatic Kid trades! But Iman's missed too! And that's gonna give it to Peru!
What a point to start us off, ladies and gentlemen, and anything in between.
You're kidding! You're kidding!
What a crazy point that is to start off.
And I honestly think it was just like that last miss from Iman's. Iman's happened to miss 2 notes as opposed to Lunatic Kid's 1.
Yeah, I think that is the difference maker there.
Boltico, the MVP, clocking in the double S, and Peru needed every single point out of Boltico there to get the job done.
Yeah, they're probably very grateful for Boltico's performance on that. Going into their own pick with being quite a bit shaken up, I imagine. It's going to be Nomad 3, the Blue Archive OST. As of right now, it seems like the lineup's going to stay the same. Yeah, it's going to be Ilux, Lunatic Kid, and Boltico for Peru, and Alepe, Music Drops, and Imans for Spain.
Yeah, Peru looking to consolidate here on the Nomad 3 with the very tech pick. Definitely an appropriate response here. They got to throw Spain out of their rhythm because that was a little bit too close for comfort.
Absolutely. Music Drop's finding an early miss here, giving a slight early advantage to Peru.
You know, I think these teams handled that intro the best we've seen out of any collective match prior, because there was always like 2 or 3 misses on that intro.
Yeah, a lot of people are always caught off by it, and I don't blame them. Having tested this map myself, it's hard to be consistent on it. Music Drops continues to find a few misses, and Iman's just gonna follow off with a miss of their own.
Yeah, a strong start here for Peru. That will spell about 100k advantage for him.
Yes, indeed, but should not take out anything in advance here. We've seen a 160,000 lead get lost on this map before.
Definitely ain't over till it's over, and there is an opening miss for Peru out of Ilux. It's traded by Music Drops. But Voltico and Lunatic Kid holding things down for Peru at the moment.
Yeah, and Alepe doing their best as well on the Spain side as Music Drops, and Ilux finding a couple more misses.
Yeah, Spain are going to need far more than that. They're going to need to see a miss out of Lunatic Kid or Voltico realistically to flip this gap, with about a third of the map remaining coming into the final quarter. 140,000, they managed to close it a little bit, but again, they just, with the consistent miss as out of Music Drops, it's really holding them back as Alepe goes down.
Yeah, losing that full combo is not what they want to see.
And now this has gotten beyond the point of no return here. Looks like Peru have done enough between Lunatic Kid and Voltico. Holding things down once again. It'll be good enough for Peru to get a second point on the board.
Yes, indeed. That should be all said and done for this map. And Lunatic Kid and Voltico holding on to a double S.
Double S here for Peru. Job well done, 220,000 points the margin. The pick will go back over to Spain. We'll see what they attempt to come back with here. This will be their second pick of the match.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the right pick is here. I mean, you never know for sure what the right pick is, but it's hard for me to try and think of what direction to go for them.
Yeah, kind of hard to know for sure, because Peru are pretty skilled when it comes to mods here, especially hidden. They've got Ilux. Got quite a capable roster there.
Yeah, for sure. There's no mod that stands out as a weakness for Peru. So you start thinking about strengths in Spain, and they do have a couple solid hard rock players and also a couple solid hidden players, but against Peru, it's hard to make a decision here, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those matchups where, unfortunately for the lower seeded team, the skills, the strengths kind of overlap. So that kind of makes, no pick really safe or easy here for Spain.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really tough situation to be in as a lower seed.
And he's going to be hidden 1.
Yeah, hidden 1, and as I said, while it is hard to make a decision here, it does make sense. They do have Imans and Alepe, who are both solid hidden players.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. They're going to try to at least play into their strengths, even if Peru can field a decent roster.
For sure, and hoping that, you're not going to FC every map first, or rather, FC every map every try, hoping that Peru will maybe lose a bit of consistency on this pick, and that they can keep their own consistency.
Although, for the most part, Voltico and Lunatic Kid have been absolutely locked in.
Yeah, expecting them to lose consistency here seems unlikely. They've been playing very, very well so far. We do see Skyris coming in here, replacing Music Drops.
Yeah, probably one of their backup hidden players. Got to have a hidden specialist sometimes on the team.
Absolutely.
And Baltico still on a perfect game through 2 rounds. 2 FCs.
I believe no drop misses either, right? Double S's both maps.
I believe so. Oh, we are having some issues with iLux. That is going to be, as well as Imans. Yep, it looks like we had quite a big crash there. We lost 2.
Yeah. Thank God for the early abort.
Referee was all over that one. iLux and Imans having some issues there. Or perhaps iLux just knew that there was going to be an abort and just decided not to play. We're going to try that one more time.
Hopefully no issues this time around. We get to get into this map. I do really like this song, so I do want to hear it. And it seems like everyone is connected properly now.
The hidden consistency check here on that is hidden 1 AR9, 3.5 minutes long.
The hitting consistency for sure, and as we saw in the Sweden-Australia match, early misses can really be punishing on a map like this.
Yeah, with the BPM so low, 128. Early miss from Lunatic. Yeah. So Spain with a decent launch here. And you alluded to the fact earlier that they've got a couple of decent hidden players here in Imans and Alepe. Skyrez also coming in. That is going to be the first miss of the match for Baltico, though.
And Imans is going to follow it up, though.
Yeah, we'll be traded, but it's still a 1 miss advantage for Spain at the moment. iLux is the lone FC for Peru. I think they contend here with Alepe and Skyrez.
Yeah, Skyrez missing a little bit on the accuracy department, but is holding on to the full combo, which is the most important part, as Imans finds another miss.
Oh, that's a big drop there from Skyrez. Missed probably the worst note to miss in that whole sequence, and ended up chain missing quite a large amount. That is going to flip the lead over to Peru, but Lunatic drops, so Spain will have a chance now.
Yes, indeed. It's going to stop the bleeding. The Skyrez is going to find another miss there.
Approaching that halfway mark. The first quarter was all Spain, but the second quarter is all Peru. iLux going down shortly after Lunatic. It's only Baltico with 300 combo. And Alepe is the lone FC in the lobby as Skyrez goes down again. Imans now finally back up to 200. But Spain are still 30k down.
They are still 30k down, and we're just entering the second half of the map. As Skyrez with another miss there.
Yeah, iLux will trade it. But now Spain will need one more drop out of Peru. And there's one out of Lunatic. Even though Skyrez trades, he had already missed. Now they will be able to pull back some of that margin.
Yeah, they are probably going to have to go for another miss, though. But that is going to help them for sure.
Get the lead down 10,000 points just like that and shrinking even faster.
Yeah, in this section... A little intense. Skyrez.
Yeah, and that miss is going to hurt even worse now that Lunatic and iLux are back above 200 combo. So now they're going to be stretching it back out to 45,000 points just like that. That's how fast things can change into the final quarter.
Yeah, as a break, they're going to see the score difference. Going to definitely add some nerves, I imagine.
Spain are still there. It's about a miss and a half advantage.
It's definitely not over. But we are
a double miss can swing this.
Absolutely. The Skyrez is not the person that needs to miss for it to swing.
Yeah, now it's getting pretty bleak here for Spain, unfortunately, after that last miss from Skyrez. They would need pretty much a team reset out of Peru in these final moments, and it's not happening. Baltico goes, but that's not enough.
No, AIM is trading it as well.
Yeah, solid effort from Spain on this one. But it's just not enough, unfortunately, in the end. Not able to take advantage of the opportunities given to him. And Peru will secure a 3-0 advantage off another break point.
Alepe, though, the only full combo in the lobby. Doing their very best for Spain here.
Yeah, just some really consistent play out of Peru. And you look at those scores, 2 950Ks and a 926K. That's what you like to see. Skyres, unfortunately, just struggled a bit too much on this one.
Yeah, unfortunately for Spain and for Skyres, that is definitely going to dampen the confidence a little bit, as we see DT3 be picked.
Yeah, the only solace that Spain have right now is they know they will at least have one more pick, even if this pick goes south.
Yes, indeed. And Peru didn't waste any time going into this. They were very confident in what they wanted to play. And we see music drops coming back in for Skyres. And it seems like Ilux is being replaced here.
Lepe ensuring that the HD is available.
Yeah, I don't blame them. When it's comfortable for you, it is comfortable for you.
Real question is, who is going to be that third player for Peru? If not Ilux.
Yeah, and I'm looking at their squad. They have Mauricioso, Anthony, and G-Zone. Seems like it's going to be G-Zone. Not a player I'm very familiar with. It's going to be interesting to see how they do on this.
Yep, so it will be G-Zone checking in for Peru, their first map of the match. The double-time specialist, perhaps, on reserve.
Yeah, quick look at the at G-Zone. Granted, very quick look. Seems to be primarily a high AR player, hard rock and double time. So definitely seems to make sense here, bringing them in for this.
All right, round number 4. Lunatic Kid, Boltico, and G-Zone for Peru against Alepe, Music Drops, and iMins for Spain.
Yes, indeed. Alepe, the only player opting for the hidden on this.
Early drops there for Music Drops and iMins.
Yeah, we've seen quite a lot of early drops on this map. Music Drops finding another one.
As these players just get used to the double time coming out of the hidden map.
Yeah, and G-Zone is going to find a miss there. I just found a couple misses, I think.
Yeah, perhaps having to shake off the nerves, you know, their first map of the World Cup.
There's definitely going to be some nerves to shake off, so I don't blame them.
But still able to recover nicely after the miss and maintain that advantage. A double miss now coming out of Spain from Alepe and Music Drops, and that is really going to set them behind the 8-ball here as Peru are rocking some nice combos.
Absolutely, up in the 6-digit score lead.
And we're already halfway through as Music Drops goes down yet again. Alepe right at the 200 mark. That is devastating, and you can tell that just the fatigue is starting to wear on Spain. The one miss syndrome is hitting pretty hard.
And we see G-Zone struggling a little bit for Peru, but that's not going to make much of a difference as Lunatic Kid and Boltico both holding on to full combos.
Those two have just been absolutely locked in for the entirety of this match so far.
Absolutely.
Have been the top players in the lobby respectively. And Alepe, unfortunately, you know, has played a really good matchup until this pick. Hasn't really struggled until now. But
yeah, we saw the early miss from iMins, but has recovered very nicely after that.
Yeah, I was about to mention that iMins stepping up quite nicely here on the recovery. Alepe will go down once more at the end here, but Peru will secure their 4th point. And that is a double S for Lunaticid. Yet another double S for Peru. They have looked very impressive so far. And Spain now, at match point, will have the pick. And they're going to put their final hopes and dreams in the winner's bracket of this World Cup in Nomad 2.
Yeah, wasting no time there. Pretty confident pick here, and I believe this is a very decent pick. It is Nomad. It is a map where I feel like a lot of the Spain players should be at least comfortable.
Yeah, well, I think that's the word. What it is, what you just said. It's the last comfort pick really available in the map pool for a lower seeded team.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to hope that they can just be a little bit more consistent than Peru. But as we mentioned earlier, Lunaticid and Baltico especially have been rock solid this entire match.
But again, switching from double time over to this now, the speed is going to be there, but it's going to be the density that's really going to be tripping the players up on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see Mauricioso coming into this for Peru.
Yep, another Peruvian player making their debut in the match. Ilux checking back in for Peru as well. It'll be the same three for the Spanish.
Yeah, not sticking with Baltico here. Maybe just wanting to mix it up. They do have a very, very diverse roster. Players that can play most things, so that does make sense. Baltico has played quite a few maps in a row.
Looks like we are ready to go. Albion puts the start command in. And we'll send them on their way. Round number 5, match point to Peru. Lunaticid, Ilux, Mauricioso against Alepe, Music Drops, and Imans for Spain. The trio that has really held them down for the most part of the match.
Yeah, the question here is, will Peru seal the deal? Or is Spain gonna grab that last straw of hope?
Yeah, it is indeed now or never for the Spanish. As the intro builds, we get into the first TI. The technicality and the density both increase here.
Yeah, with the nerves, this can definitely be a tricky pick. But so far, everyone's holding on nicely.
Yeah, everybody's got this one scouted so far, a 6-way double S this far into the map. We haven't seen that really too often.
No, definitely not.
Oh, and Music Drops is going to be the first one to go down.
It's not what Spain needs.
Yeah, just before the halfway mark, about a third of the way through. There's still time, but it will give Peru the advantage of about 35,000 points.
You know, they're going to see at the break here that the only difference is that one miss.
Yeah, this is still within reach for either team here. Oh no, Music Drops!
Unfortunate miss there.
Just sort of got out of whack on the start of that pattern, and as those two swings kicked in, just was out of position for the last swing and paid the ultimate price for it.
Yes, indeed, and we're entering the last third of the map, last quarter of the map soon.
Yep,
indeed.
That might do it right there.
Yeah, that might be it. Now we're gonna have to see quite a lot happen on the Peru side, but all of them looking confident on this.
Yeah, unfortunately for Music Drops, nobody else finding any issues. Mauricioso is going to finally find the first drop for Peru, but the damage has been done. And Peru look as if they are going to complete the 5-0 sweep. And will be advancing into the round of 16 to face our 7th seed Argentina in the round of 16, and it will be so. Peru taking it home, a 5-0 sweep. And Lunaticid once again with a double S had an absolutely insane match.
Absolutely. Massive shout out to Lunaticid for their performance in this. Ilux also FCing Nomad 2 here at the end. And what a solid showing from Peru overall. Very impressive showing here.
And it will be in the round of 16, a showdown between two of the best countries in South America, between Argentina and Peru. Chile also exists. I can't say the two best because Chile is also in the mix there. South America, though, has some contenders this year in the winners bracket.
And I'm really looking forward to the Peru-Argentina match. Should be really, really good to watch.
Spain, they will be in the losers bracket next week, not eliminated. They will be facing Denmark in the losers bracket. So, not out of it yet. You'll be able to see them next week. Come back and cheer them on then. But today, your winners are Peru on screen. Ilux, Boltico, Mauriciosu, G-Zone, Anthony, and Lunaticid with a well-deserved win. And that is going to be it for the round of 32. We are done. We have the bracket set for the round of 16. And Hypno, we just need a map pool.
Yeah, and that will come to you shortly. I believe in half an hour, correct?
Yes, at the, in about 30 minutes, we'll be getting our map pool showcase at the top of this coming hour. But we're going to be taking a little break for now. It's been real fun as always. We want to remind you to buy some banners if you'd like to support the tournament or just make your profile look amazing. You can do so in the OS store now for real cheap.
Of course, cannot forget the banners. They do look really nice this year, as they do every year. Don't forget to check those out. And don't forget to tune into the map pool showcase. Definitely not going to be something you want to miss.
Yep, we'll be back in 30 minutes for our round of 16 map pool showcase, so stay tuned for that, and have a good one.
See you later.
Suddenly the deepness can get through.